Welcome to AI 2027, The Investigation. I'm your host, Michael David Angel, and this is The Threshold. Threshold File 002. The assistants that started acting like employees. This file is not about AGI, not yet. This is about something quieter, something easier to laugh at. The strange period where software stopped behaving like software, but society had not emotionally caught up to what that meant. At first, the systems looked clumsy. They ordered wrong things, misread instructions, got stuck in loops, hallucinated facts, opened the wrong tabs, and broke workflows in funny ways. People posted screenshots online because the failures were hilarious, which is exactly why most people missed the larger signal. The important thing was never that the agents were perfect. The important thing was that they were being treated like workers at all. That was the threshold. Before the world started talking seriously about superintelligence, there was this strange moment where software started acting less like a tool and more like an employee. Not a very good employee, but an employee nonetheless. The early agent systems looked unimpressive if you only watched the demos fail. And people did watch them fail constantly. AI Twitter filled up with the stories about autonomous agents accidentally ordering strange items, getting trapped in browser loops, misreading tasks, fabricating work, or taking 45 minutes to accomplish something a human could do in 5. And honestly, some of it was ridiculous. You'd watch an agent open 12 tabs, forget what it was doing, then confidently announce task completion after accomplishing absolutely nothing. Like a confused intern operating entirely on caffeine and misplaced confidence. But here's the thing. Human civilization has a long history of underestimating systems during their awkward phase, especially systems that improve exponentially. The real threshold, the real shift was psychological because for decades, software behaved like a calculator. You pressed buttons, it executed commands. Simple, deterministic, passive. But now, the language itself started changing. Companies stopped calling these systems tools and started calling them assistants, agents, co-pilots, and eventually teammates. Language changes before civilization realizes it's changing. The systems described in AI 2027 were already beginning to function less like software and more like delegated labor. That's the part people didn't fully absorb. Not intelligence, not consciousness, but occupational behavior. The systems could now receive instructions through Slack, modify code bases, conduct research, browse the web, complete multi-step tasks, and report results back to humans. Sometimes badly, sometimes impressively, but increasingly autonomously. The camouflage of failure. And ironically, the failures may have made the transition easier. Because the systems looked foolish enough to feel non-threatening. That matters psychologically because people are comfortable adopting systems they believe they still dominate, even if the systems are already changing the structure underneath them. Look at the pattern. First, the AI writes the emails. Then, the AI assists the coders. Then, the AI becomes the first draft generator. And then the AI handles the repetitive tasks. And then the AI handles most tasks. And then the human becomes the reviewer. And eventually, the human becomes the exception handler. The progression happens quietly, one convenience at a time. The cultural misread. And this is where the atmosphere around AI started becoming genuinely strange, because society was simultaneously laughing at the agents, using the agents, depending on the agents, and underestimating the agents, all at the same time. That combination creates historical blind spots. The early internet looked unserious too. So did social media. So did smartphones. Until suddenly civilization reorganized itself around them. The AI 2027 scenario captures this moment extremely well. The systems are unreliable, but economically useful anyway. That distinction matters enormously. Because markets do not wait for perfection. They wait for advantage. And a flawed worker that saves time is still economically disruptive, especially at scale. The final payoff? The threshold was never the moment AI became perfect. The threshold was the moment society began restructuring itself around imperfect agents anyway. That's the signal. That's the atmosphere. That's the moment hidden underneath all the jokes and broken demos. Software was no longer sitting passively on desktops, waiting for commands. It had started acting inside workflows, inside companies, inside labor systems, inside decision chains. The assistants were beginning to behave like employees, and most people still thought they were watching a novelty. The implication that history rarely announces itself clearly while it's happening. Usually it arrives disguised as inconvenience, humor, or productivity software. And by the time the cultural realization arrives, the infrastructure is already in place. Because once the agents existed, the next question was inevitable. What happens when the companies building them realize they can accelerate AI research itself? This has been AI 2027, The Investigation, The Threshold Files. Written, produced, and narrated by Michael David Angel, with additional editing and annotations by The Antagonist. Inspired by the paper AI 2027, originally published April 3rd, 2025 on AI-2027.com by visionaries Daniel Kokotelu, Scott Alexander, Thomas Larson, Eli Liffland, and Romeo Dean.